Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we will discuss top 10 spicy hot snacks. Before starting the video, please subscribe to my channel. Number 1. Doritos Flamin Hot Nacho. There's an understated genius at work here, as with this parody of the Garden State headphones scene, except Natalie Portman makes Zach Braff listen to an entire 3-hour episode of Garden State. These are delightful and, just as important, they're highly snackable. That puts them in a slightly different category from some other varieties, which are tasty but you may not necessarily want to finish the entire bag for fear of eating through your stomach lining. Think regular Doritos, but with a kick as strong as a Flamin Hot Cheeto. They capture the perfect mix of cheesy and spicy. Number 2. Flamin Hot Cheetos Puffs. These little guys, shaped like a cartoon elephant's trunk, are just like regular Flamin Hot Cheetos, right? Not so. The tiny dimples in the fried puffed corn hold the spice powder better, leading to a more intense heat and flavor. With spicy standard issue Cheetos and Doritos, you get odd ones with barely any spice at all, and a handful of good ones with a lot of powder caked on them. The puffs are consistently, heavily seasoned. That's the plus. The minor downside is that the airy, fried texture, while initially novel, can become a little nauseating as the pieces become consistently compacted in your back teeth. Number 3. Fuego Popcorn. I bring you the incomparable Fuego, basically Takis popcorn. I say incomparable because I literally don't know what to compare it to. I vacillated between whether this was very good or very, very bad, and I ended up deciding that I like it. The MSG is cranked up to a 12, and the innocent, lightly pink color of the kernels belies a highly intense flavor roller coaster. Maybe roller coaster isn't the right word. It's more like popping blackheads on your friend's back after gym class. It's gross, but you kind of love it, and you hate yourself for loving it. Fuego kernels are not particularly heat-heavy, but they're almost hyperbolically tangy and acidic. Our resident social media guru, Lauren Lee, is convinced they ate a hole in one of her molars. And yet, even as your teeth are melting, it's hard to stop eating these. The mouth-puckering tang gives way to a pleasant crunch and modest heat, making it easy to unconsciously plow your way through a bag. True heat aficionados won't be satisfied, but your cousin from Connecticut who calls LaCroix spicy water should be able to handle them. Number 4. Flamin Hot Cheetos. These are the standard bearer. The snack to which all others must be compared. The spicy breadwinner. Your workhorse of heat. That which steadily performs, day in and day out. Like the Dodgers' Clayton Kershaw, these are so reliably good, it's easy to take their 2.42 lifetime ERA for granted. Number 5. Takis Fuego, Thai. These are the benchmark of that super sharp, wince-inducing lime flavor that covers many of these spicy snacks. They've got a good heat component with an equally sharp tang to complement it. Takis are moderately thick tortilla chips rolled into small cylinders. Is it my absolute favorite way to convey flavor? Not really, but penne isn't my favorite pasta shape, either. I do, however, appreciate the way Takis could help solve our plastic problem by doubling as a single-use straw while making everything taste like a michelada as an added benefit. Number 6. Doritos Dinamita, Thai. With its dynamitas, Doritos creates its own cylindrical Takis-like snack. The flavor has a nice balance of lime and potent heat. They're really neck and neck with Takis, but what's nice about these is that they're not quite as punishingly salty, which gives the zing of the lime and the sting of the chili better chances to showcase themselves. Number 7. Turbos Flamas. The Turbos Flamas are like spiral-shaped Takis, with more of a corn flavor and slightly less of the spice lime coating. The spiral is a more pleasurable munching experience texturally, and the flavor of corn in these is more prominent. There's a pretty substantial heat in these that sneaks up behind you, like your jury service date or tax day. Once it arrives, your complacency melts away and you're left dealing with the consequences. Number 8. Chester's Flamin' Hot PuffCorn. We typically associate cartoon characters influencing kids to consume unhealthy things with breakfast cereals, the Cocoa Puffs Cuckoo Bird, the Trix Rabbit, etc. But Chester Cheetah is one of the few recognizable cartoon characters that represent salty snacks, so he's got a lot riding on his shoulders. He wears sunglasses no matter the time of day, has an aging jazzman vibe and says things like, "Slick, Daddy-o." With the Flamin' Hot PuffCorn, it's easy to see where the obsession comes from. PuffCorn, which, save for its uneven, roundish shape, is not at all like popcorn, texture-wise falls somewhere between a Cheeto Puff and a marshmallow. It's oddly addicting. The corn puffs melt in your mouth practically without chewing. They're not very fiery, but the eating experience is akin to something like eating spicy cereal. The dark horse of the Flamin' Hot world. Number 9. Extra Flamin' Hot Cheetos? Fun fact, there's a market, apparently, for Cheetos that are shaped like things. Take this one, which is shaped like Super Mario, claims the buyer. Or this one, which someone thinks resembles the late gorilla Harambe. The point is, there are some dumb people out there. There's a certain balance between flavor and heat that's desirable, and this one just tastes a bit too much like chili powder. The heat isn't unmanageable, it's just not worth what you're giving up in the exchange. Once spiciness becomes a goal in and of itself, we've lost our way as a country. Number 10. Zapp's Spicy Cajun Crottators. The inclusion of Zapp's on this list is a little incongruous, maybe, but as they've been selling spicy chips since 1985, it didn't feel right to leave them out. The quality of the Crottators is very good, thick, crunchy and with a modest heat. The slightly fishy crawdad flavor isn't too strong and complements the Cajun spices nicely. They're not what I'll reach for when I want to break a sweat, but this is a quality chips. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel.